Get ready for an EV battle. From jaw-dropping EV beauties to the bizarre ones that make you scratch your head, we're counting down 7 of the most stunning electric vehicles, and 7 that, well, might have left their design team unsupervised. Can pretty cars go far and fast? Do odd ones have hidden features? Which will wow you and which will flop? Stick around to see the top and strangest EVs out there. Let's starting with the stunning 7th Lucid Air. The Lucid Air is a perfect example of sophisticated electric vehicle design. Its silhouette begins with a low, sweeping hood that flows into a glass canopy roof, creating an uninterrupted curve that enhances both visual appeal and aerodynamic performance. The front fascia features a distinctive light bar that stretches across the width of the vehicle, establishing its signature style that distinguishes the Lucid even from a distance. What truly elevates the Lucid Air is its perfect proportions. Unlike many electric vehicles that struggle with battery placement affecting design, the Lucid team has crafted a body that disguises its technological underpinnings beneath beautiful automotive dimensions. The cabin sits in perfect harmony with the hood and trunk, creating a balanced profile that looks fast even when stationary. Beyond its stunning exterior, the Lucid Air boasts performance credentials that match its visual promise. With up to 1,111 horsepower in Dream Edition performance trim, it accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.5 seconds, rivaling supercars while seating 4 adults in luxurious comfort. More impressively, it offers an EPA estimated range of up to 520 miles on a single charge, currently leading the EV market and eliminating range anxiety for even long-distance travelers. The attention to detail continues inside with floating screens and carefully selected materials create an environment that feels both technologically advanced and warmly human. The 34-inch curved glass cockpit display combines with the pilot panel to create an intuitive interface that minimizes distraction while maximizing information access. While the Lucid Air sets a high bar for electric vehicle design and performance, the next car on the list proves that a legacy sports car manufacturer can also electrify its lineup without compromising its iconic style or thrilling dynamic. 6th, Porsche Taycan. When Porsche announced its first fully electric vehicle, skeptics wondered if the soul of the legendary sports car manufacturer could survive the transition away from internal combustion. The Taycan responded with a clear yes, offering one of the most eye-catching electric cars ever made. The Taycan sits low and wide with muscular haunches that convey power and performance. Its front end features distinctive 4-point LED headlights that have become a Porsche signature, while the continuous light strip across the rear creates a futuristic touch that enhances the width of the vehicle. What makes the Taycan truly special is how it communicates motion even when standing still. The sculpted sides create a play of light and shadow that suggests wind flowing over the body. Small details like the recessed door handles and active aerodynamic elements integrate functionality with form. But the Taycan is far more than just a pretty face. It delivers 0 to 60 miles per hour times of just 2.6 seconds thanks to its 750 horsepower overboost capability. More impressively, it maintains this performance consistently without the degradation that affects many EVs during repeated high-performance driving sessions. This is made possible by its innovative 800-volt architecture, which also enables ultra-fast charging capabilities that can add up to 62 miles of range in just 5 minutes under ideal conditions. The Taycan further distinguishes itself through its 2-speed transmission on the rear axle, a rarity among electric vehicles that improves both acceleration and high-speed efficiency. Combined with Porsche's unparalleled chassis tuning expertise, this creates an amazing driving experience. While the Taycan excels in speed and precision, the next car takes a different route with its styling and design. Rivian R1S, R Jadon S. The R1S ditches the bold styling that affects many modern SUVs, opting instead for smooth surfaces and well-balanced proportions. The front fascia features a distinctive light bar that doubles as a charge indicator, surrounded by oval headlights that create a friendly, approachable face unlike anything else on the road. The greenhouse provides excellent visibility while maintaining athletic proportions, and the subtle body lines give just enough visual interest without resorting to unnecessary creases and angles. Beyond its stunning appearance, the R1S delivers remarkable capability. Its quad-motor powertrain produces 835 horsepower and 908 pound-feet of torque, enabling a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of just 3.0 seconds, despite its substantial size and weight. The air suspension system provides up to 14.9 inches of ground clearance and allows the R1S to ford water up to 3.3 feet deep, while the absence of a traditional engine allows for a large front trunk and clever storage solutions throughout the vehicle. With 3 rows of seating and up to 316 miles of range on a single charge, the R1S manages to combine family practicality with genuine adventure capability. Wonder how the Rivian R1S's charging speed compares to other electric SUVs? With a max charging rate of 190 kilowatts, the R1S charges from 20% to 80% in about 30 minutes, which is faster than the Volkswagen ID.4, but slightly behind the Tesla Model Y. While not the absolute fastest, its high-speed charging and solid network make it a strong choice for long trips. While the Rivian R1S balances toughness with a friendly design, the next car opts for elegance, drawing from classic streamliners to create a sleek, highly aerodynamic shape. Hyundai Ioniq. This sleek car draws inspiration from the smooth, flowing designs of 1930s streamliners while blending in latest electric tech. Its dramatically sloped roofline and tapered rear significantly reduce drag, but these features are executed with such grace that they become defining aesthetic elements rather than mere functional compromises. These aerodynamic considerations aren't merely stylistic exercises. The Ioniq 6 achieves an impressive drag coefficient of just 0.21, making it one of the most aerodynamically efficient production cars in the world. This slippery shape directly contributes to the vehicle's excellent efficiency rating of 4.4 miles per kilowatt hour and gives it a range of up to 361 miles on a single charge, despite a relatively modest 77.4 kilowatt-hour battery. Performance doesn't suffer either, with the dual-motor Audi variant producing 320 horsepower and reaching 60 miles per hour in just 5.1 seconds. More impressive is the vehicle's 800-volt electrical architecture, enabling charging speeds that can add up to 70% of battery capacity in just 18 minutes on appropriate DC fast chargers. The Ioniq 6 even offers bi-directional charging capability, allowing it to power external devices or potentially feed electricity back to the grid. Perhaps most impressively, Hyundai has made this car available at a price point that makes such creativity accessible to mainstream consumers. The Hyundai Ioniq 6 showcases aerodynamic excellence with its flowing design, while the next car merges classic Audi styling with EV-specific proportions to create a bold yet familiar Grand Tourer. Audi e-tron GT. This four-door Grand Tourer combines traditional Audi design language with proportions made possible only by an electric drivetrain. What distinguishes the e-tron GT is its perfect stance. The wheels are pushed to the corners with short overhangs and a low roofline, creating a ground-hugging profile. The signature Audi single-frame grille has been reinterpreted for the electric age, maintaining brand identity while acknowledging the different cooling requirements of an EV. The sculpted sides feature subtle but effective surfacing that creates movement across the body. The RS variant produces up to 637 horsepower during overboost, enabling 0 to 60 miles per hour acceleration in just 3.1 seconds and continuing to a top speed of 155 miles per hour. More impressively, this performance is repeatable thanks to sophisticated thermal management systems that keep the battery and motors at optimal operating temperatures even during extended high-performance driving. Inside, the cockpit wraps around the driver with a driver-focused layout that balances digital interfaces with tactile controls. Materials like recycled Dynamica microfiber and Econil yarn demonstrate that luxury need not come at environmental cost. The e-tron GT shows how established luxury brands can embrace electric technology while maintaining their core design values. But did you know that the Audi e-tron GT shares its platform with the Porsche Taycan? Despite this, Audi has crafted a unique identity by refining its design and driving dynamics to offer a distinct Grand Tourer experience. BMW i7. The BMW i7 represents a bold reimagining of luxury for the electric age. Rather than simply electrifying a conventional sedan, BMW has created a distinctive flagship that challenges preconceptions while maintaining an unmistakable presence. In an era when many vehicles strive for a sporty appearance regardless of their actual purpose, the i7 proudly presents itself as a luxury statement. The illuminated kidney grille serves as both a connection to BMW heritage and a forward-looking design element, while the split headlight arrangement creates a distinctive face that sets it apart from conventional luxury sedans. The i7 xDrive 60 produces 536 horsepower and 549 pound-feet of torque from its dual-motor powertrain, enabling deceptively quick acceleration of 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.5 seconds, despite its substantial size and focus on comfort. More impressive is its 101.7 kilowatt-hour battery that provides up to 318 miles of range, making long-distance travel practical without compromising the luxury experience. Charging capabilities are equally advanced, with 195 kilowatt DC fast charging that can add approximately 80 miles of range in just 10 minutes. The adaptive two-axle air suspension with electronically controlled dampers ensures both impressive ride quality and surprisingly capable handling for such a large vehicle. The i7 demonstrates that electric luxury can have its own distinctive character rather than merely imitating conventions. The Audi e-tron GT blends performance with timeless design, while the next car redefines luxury for the electric era, embracing bold styling and cutting-edge technology. Kia EV6. The Kia EV6 proves that mainstream manufacturers can create electric vehicles with genuinely exciting design. What makes the EV6 stand out is its dynamic stance and unexpected proportions. The dramatically raked windshield flows into a floating roof design that tapers toward the rear, while pronounced haunches over the wheels create a sense of latent energy. The distinctive lighting elements, particularly the connecting light bar at the rear, create memorable signatures that enhance brand recognition without resorting to traditional grilles or badges. This visual drama is complemented by genuinely impressive technical specifications. The EV6 GT produces 576 horsepower and 546 pound-feet of torque from its dual-motor powertrain, enabling 0 to 60 miles per hour acceleration in just 3.4 seconds and a top speed of 161 miles per hour. This makes it one of the quickest crossovers available at any price point, outperforming many dedicated sports cars despite its practical form factor. The 800-volt electrical architecture enables some of the fastest charging capabilities in the industry, with the ability to recharge from 10% to 80% in just 18 minutes on appropriately powerful DC fast chargers. Inside, the EV6 features a sophisticated minimalism with a curved display screen, and thoughtfully arranged controls that avoid the barren feel of some electric interiors. The use of sustainable materials adds another dimension to its appeal, with seats upholstered in fabric made from recycled plastic bottles, connecting progressive design with environmental consciousness. Advanced driver assistance systems come standard, including Highway Driving Assist 2, that combines adaptive cruise control with lane keeping and automatic lane changes on compatible highways. Vehicle-to-load functionality allows the EV6 to serve as a power source for external devices, making it useful in camping scenarios or even emergency situations. The EV6 demonstrates that bold, distinctive design need not be reserved for premium brands. But not all EVs are designed to turn heads for the right reasons. As we move from the best-looking to the more unconventional ones, let's take a look at the EVs that might have prioritized function a little too much over form. Welcome to the Ugly 7. Now, the Ugly 7R, Chevrolet Bolt EV. Its fundamental problem stems from uncertain identity. It attempts to balance conventional hatchback proportions with futuristic details, resulting in a vehicle that feels neither traditional nor revolutionary. The awkward stance, with wheels that appear too small for the body, creates an unbalanced visual impression that undermines its technological credentials. The greenhouse presents particular issues with an unusual window line that rises sharply toward the rear, creating a pinched appearance that compromises both aesthetics and visibility. The front fascia, especially in first-generation models, features a blank space where a grille would traditionally sit, yet fails to resolve this area with a cohesive alternative design statement. The result resembles an unfinished thought rather than a deliberate stylistic choice. What makes the Bolt's aesthetic shortcomings particularly frustrating is that they overshadow genuinely impressive technical achievements. The Bolt offers an EPA estimated range of 259 miles from its 65 kilowatt-hour battery pack, competitive with many more expensive electric vehicles. DC fast charging capabilities allow adding up to 100 miles of range in about 30 minutes, making longer trips feasible, if not as convenient as with faster charging competitors. The one-pedal driving mode is particularly well calibrated, allowing skilled drivers to navigate most situations without touching the brake pedal. These technical merits demonstrate that beneath its awkward exterior lies a capable electric vehicle that deserves more consideration than its appearance might suggest. The Chevrolet Bolt EV struggles with an uncertain design identity, but the next car takes an even bolder approach, one that arguably tries too hard. The Nissan Leaf, first generation. The original Nissan Leaf represents a pioneer in mass-market electric vehicles whose aesthetics unfortunately undermined its technological innovation. Its main design flaw comes from trying too hard to show its electric nature with over-the-top, almost silly styling. The bulging headlights, described by some as frog-like, dominate the front end in a way that disrupts any hope of visual harmony. The overall proportions suffer from the tall, narrow stance required by its platform, making the vehicle look heavy and unsteady. The awkward relationship between the greenhouse and body creates disconnect between upper and lower portions of the vehicle. The rear design particularly struggles with peculiar vertical taillights and a bulbous hatch that emphasizes visual bulk rather than efficiency. But here's the twist. The Leaf's design missteps ironically overshadow its groundbreaking role in mainstream electric vehicles. As one of the first mass-market EVs from a major automaker, it provided practical electric mobility when few options existed. With 107 horsepower and 207 pound-feet of torque, it wasn't built for speed, but it redefined urban commuting. The first-generation Leaf's 24 kilowatt-hour battery provided an EPA estimated range of just 73 miles, severely limiting its utility compared to modern electric vehicles. This range anxiety was compounded by the lack of active thermal management for the battery pack, which could lead to accelerated degradation in hot climates and reduced range in cold weather. Despite these criticisms, it's worth noting that the first-generation Leaf came out when car makers were still figuring out how electric vehicles should look and work. Its design reflects an evolutionary moment when designers felt compelled to visually distinguish electric vehicles from conventional cars, sometimes at the expense of timeless aesthetics. The Nissan Leaf's design may have been a bold experiment in early EV aesthetics, but the next vehicle takes a different kind of risk, one that tries to blend too many styles into a single, uncertain form. Citroën EC4. The Citroën EC4 demonstrates the pitfalls of attempting to combine too many vehicle categories into a single design. This electric crossover suffers from a form that cannot decide whether it wants to be a hatchback, a coupe, or an SUV, resulting in awkward proportions that satisfy none of these typologies. The strangely angled rear window and abrupt fastback profile create particular discord, compromising both aesthetics and functionality. The front end continues this theme of disharmony with oddly positioned lighting elements and an overabundance of visual noise. Multiple character lines, panels, and surface treatments compete for attention without resolving into a coherent whole. This confused exterior design is particularly disappointing because it masks a competent, if unexceptional, electric powertrain. The EC4 features a single electric motor producing 136 horsepower and 192 pound-feet of torque, enabling 0 to 62 miles per hour acceleration in a reasonable 9.7 seconds. The 50 kilowatt-hour battery provides a LTP-rated range of approximately 219 miles, adequate for daily use, though not class-leading. Charging capabilities are similarly middle of the road, with 100 kilowatt DC fast charging, allowing a 0 to 80% charge in approximately 30 minutes under ideal conditions. The regenerative braking system offers multiple levels of intensity, though it stops short of the true one-pedal driving experience offered by some competitors. When many French cars have historically been celebrated for distinctive, even quirky design that challenges conventions in thought-provoking ways, the EC4 seems confused rather than confidently unconventional. The Citroën EC4 may struggle with an identity crisis, but the next car on the list embraces bold design choices, perhaps too boldly for its own good. BMW e-tron. While technologically innovative with its carbon fiber reinforced plastic structure and purpose-built electric architecture, its exterior design challenges conventional automotive aesthetics in ways that many find difficult to appreciate. The most problematic aspect of the i3 design is its side profile, with a dramatic window line that dips toward the rear in what BMW calls the streamflow design. This element, combined with the contrasting black panels on many models, makes the car look broken into separate parts instead of coming together as a complete design. The rear hinged back doors, while practically useful, further complicate the visual composition. The technical aspects of the i3 reveal the genuine innovation that lies beneath its controversial exterior. The carbon fiber passenger cell, mounted on an aluminum chassis, represents cutting-edge lightweight construction techniques when introduced, keeping weight to just 2,800 pounds despite the heavy battery pack. This lightweight contributes to the i3's efficient energy use, with consumption rates among the best in the industry at approximately 4.4 miles per kilowatt hour. Inside, the i3 demonstrates more successful design with innovative use of sustainable materials and an airy, minimalist approach that genuinely advances interior design concepts. The open-pore eucalyptus wood dashboard, canaf fiber door panels, and seats made from recycled materials create an environment that feels both premium and environmentally responsible. This interior excellence makes the exterior shortcomings all the more frustrating, suggesting that with more restraint in the external styling, the i3 could have presented a much more appealing overall package. But did you know that this car was a global bestseller? By the end of production in 2022, BMW had sold over 250,000 units of the i3 worldwide, making it one of the most successful electric vehicles in its segment. Its unique design, innovative use of sustainable materials, and urban-friendly performance set it apart. The i3 wasn't just popular, it was widely recognized, winning multiple prestigious awards, including the 2014 World Green Car of the Year, 2014 World Car Design of the Year, and UK Car of the Year 2014. The BMW i3 pushed boundaries with its unconventional proportions, but the next vehicle on the list embraces brutalist futurism in a way no production car has before: Tesla Cybertruck. The Tesla Cybertruck stands as perhaps the most deliberately provocative vehicle design of the electric era. Its radical polygonal form abandons virtually every convention of automotive design. The primary issue with the Cybertruck aesthetics lies in its seeming disregard for human scale and interaction. The harsh edges, imposing height, and militaristic presence create a vehicle that appears confrontational rather than functional. The stainless steel exterior, while technically innovative, creates a cold, industrial appearance that lacks the warmth and refinement typically associated with personal vehicles. What makes the Cybertruck particularly fascinating is that its radical appearance is matched by equally ambitious technical specifications. The tri-motor Cyberbeast variant produces 845 horsepower and an astonishing 10,296 pound-feet of wheel torque, enabling 0 to 60 miles per hour acceleration in approximately 2.6 seconds, despite weighing over 6,800 pounds. The 123 kilowatt-hour battery pack provides up to 340 miles of range in the tri-motor configuration, with 250 kilowatt charging capability, allowing relatively quick recharges on compatible DC fast chargers. The stainless steel exoskeleton provides exceptional durability, while the adjustable air suspension can provide up to 16 inches of ground clearance for off-road scenarios. The Cybertruck may go down as a key moment in automotive design history. However, its bold styling prioritizes shock value over blending into everyday environments, even as its technology sets new standards for electric trucks. The Cybertruck's extreme futurism divided opinions, but the next vehicle on the list focuses so much on function that it forgets to bring form along for the ride. Sono Scion. The Sono Scion illustrates how focusing exclusively on functionality can result in aesthetically challenging design. This solar-augmented electric vehicle incorporates photovoltaic panels across its body surfaces, a commendable technical feature that unfortunately results in a boxy, utilitarian appearance lacking the refinement expected in contemporary vehicles. The overall impression is of a design where engineering considerations completely overwhelmed aesthetic concerns. The fundamental proportions of the Scion follow a traditional small MPV template with a tall, narrow stance that maximizes interior volume. However, the execution lacks the subtle surfacing and detailing that could enhance such a practical shape. The integration of solar panels creates a visually busy exterior with panel gaps and transitions that disrupt any possibility of design coherence. What makes the Scion interesting, despite its aesthetic shortcomings, is its innovative approach to extending electric range through integrated solar technology. The 456 half-cell solar panels incorporated into the vehicle's exterior can generate up to 1.2 kilowatts under ideal conditions, potentially adding up to 70 miles of range per week from solar power alone. Bidirectional charging functionality allows the Scion to serve as a power source for external devices or even other electric vehicles, with up to 11 kilowatts of output available through a standard Type 2 connection. While the Scion deserves recognition for prioritizing sustainability through its innovative solar integration, its appearance represents a missed opportunity to demonstrate that environmentally focused vehicles can also be visually appealing. Did you know that Sono Motors' first solar electric vehicle was built by hand in a garage? Founded in 2016 by Jonah Christians and Lauren Hahn, the company turned a bold idea into reality, proving that innovation can start anywhere. What set them apart wasn't just their solar-powered vision, it was their community-first approach, allowing future drivers to vote on design features and influence the car's development from the ground up. The Sono Scion prioritized sustainability at the cost of style, but the next vehicle on our list proves that even luxury brands aren't immune to design missteps when transitioning to electric mobility. Mercedes EQS SUV. The Mercedes EQS SUV demonstrates how even prestigious manufacturers can struggle with electric vehicle proportions. The primary issue lies in the vehicle silhouette, which appears bloated and overinflated rather than precisely engineered. The smooth, featureless sides intended to communicate aerodynamic efficiency instead create an impression of visual heaviness, particularly when combined with the rounded greenhouse. The front end, lacking a traditional grille but not fully committing to a new electric aesthetic, presents an indecisive face that lacks the authority traditionally associated with the Mercedes brand. Most disappointingly, the EQS SUV lacks the presence and careful detailing expected from Mercedes, particularly at its premium price point. Where the brand built its reputation on technical precision expressed through design, this electric SUV presents a soft, amorphous form. The interior represents a much more successful design achievement with the available MBUX hyperscreen, creating a stunning 56-inch curved glass panel that spans the entire dashboard and houses multiple OLED displays. Multi-contour massaging seats, 4-zone climate control, and a 15-speaker Burmester 3D sound system create a genuinely luxurious environment. Advanced driver assistance systems include active distance assist, Distronic adaptive cruise control with route-based speed adaptation, active steering assist, and automatic lane changes that combine to create one of the most comprehensive semi-autonomous driving packages available. It represents a transitional design that has not yet successfully translated the brand values into a compelling electric aesthetic. Electric vehicle design is evolving fast, with some models embracing their electric identity beautifully, while others struggle with awkward transitions. As designers refine their approach, will future EVs strike the perfect balance between form and function? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into automotive design. For more on bold and sometimes bizarre car designs, check out our previous video on 24 most ugliest concept cars of the 80s.